Hey guys, welcome to our second episode of the podcast called Music Talks. Today I finally get to meet someone who I wanted to interview a long time ago. Here is Jarett Lopez. Jarett, he's a very creative person. He works in a media and marketing industry. He has his own fashion show. He does podcasts, just started, right? And he's a music artist actually, who makes really dope songs in different genres. And most important, he's a very hard worker and he works really hard to reach his goals. So big ups for that. Hi Jarett, thank you for coming in today to do this interview. I'm very happy you finally made it here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate the intro. Very nice of you.
Yeah. Is there anything else maybe you want to add that I've missed maybe to tell about you?
That I record my music with you.
Right.
And I love working with you.
That's true. Yeah. When did you start making music? How did that happen?
I started making music when I was like 14 or 15. The very first songs I recorded were actually on a tape, like a tape recorder.
Really?
And
very old school.
Yeah, really old school at the time. Like that's all that was available.
No computer?
No computer yet. I wasn't allowed to have one yet. Yeah, it was a gift from my aunt and uncle, and started writing songs just in a notebook. They were terrible, absolute garbage.
Really?
But
That's
I
how
think it was
starts.
really, yeah, of course, no one's good when they start.
Yeah.
I think it was really Get Rich or Die Trying that inspired me to start writing.
The movie?
No.
The 50 Cent album.
Yeah,
Right.
in 2003. That album really, that was the first album I bought with my own money.
Yeah.
And it was back in the day where
one of the best
there
albums.
was, yeah, it was back when there was censored CDs. So my first album was censored because my parents wouldn't let me have the uncensored version.
From 50 Cent?
Yeah,
Censored?
yeah,
Must be like half of it.
yeah. It was something. But yeah, that's how I got started, man. And then eventually, I ended up getting a computer, and then I recorded my first mixtape on
Yourself?
Recorded it myself. Just learned over YouTube. I think I recorded it on Adobe Audition.
I used that before.
Or Cool Edit Pro.
Oh, that's even older.
Yeah, Cool Edit Pro 2, which I torrented, and then I just used a Rock Band USB microphone for my first project. Yeah.
I actually kind of did similar to your thing.
Yeah.
Did you know that you want to be a rapper right away?
Yeah, pretty much. Like when you're a kid, especially like a tween or teen, whatever music you start listening to, you're really into. And it was hip hop, alternative rock. Wasn't really much R&B, and I didn't get into EDM until I was older. So I wanted to be a rapper.
Okay, and what does inspire you to make music? Maybe some events, animals, love?
Well, in the beginning, it was just for fun, just like most people.
Yeah.
But then when I really got serious about it, when I was like 19, I think, after I had done some growing up and had some life experiences, that is really what it was. It was like talking about where I was at in life.
Yeah.
The life I was living at the time was partying a lot and just trying to find myself. And a lot of my music was about that, about self-discovery, being a young millennial and the life of millennials and trying to find our own identity. And that's what my first, that's what my first EP, Gifted Ones, was kind of about.
Ah, that was your first one, huh?
Yeah.
I see. And I know you do lots of different genres, right?
Yeah.
What kind of music, what kind of genre do you want to pursue now? Or you don't want to keep doing different?
Yeah, I want to do different stuff, man. Like the next project I put out next year, it's going to be like a 12-song project that goes from different vibes. The very first song is Travel, which you've already heard. I'm going to be re-releasing that. And then following it up with 2 similar songs. So Travel is like a dance hall EDM song, like Major Lazer, Sean Paul vibes. Yeah,
You're really good at it.
Yeah, thanks, man. And so then the following two songs are going to fit that vibe and then go into an EDM vibe, like EDM house vibe, and then go into an EDM bass vibe, into an EDM trap vibe, into like a hip hop trap vibe.
Transition, huh?
Yeah, just over the course of 12, possibly 16 songs. We'll see. But yeah, like I went back and forth for a while deciding whether I wanted to create two separate brands, but I realized that doing a lot of different things is my brand, like is part of who I am. So I wanted to really, make that a part of my music too.
So are you gonna keep using the same brand name for your music?
Yeah, just my first name, all caps.
That's cool, because I remember before you told me you wanted to, maybe you were considering to do different.
Yeah, I was going back and forth with that.
But it's
for a
hard.
while,
like you can't be everywhere, right? You gotta be like under one name. Everyone knows you, Jarett. Right?
Yeah, and now that I'm building my consulting and my production company under my own name, it just makes sense to have everything under one name.
Okay, next question then. Where do you buy your beats and why?
I mostly find my beats on YouTube. Type beats, just depending on which vibe I'm going for. And then from there, most of the people I've been buying from host their beats on BeatStars, but I don't search on BeatStars for beats. I search on YouTube.
It's always YouTube?
Yeah, it's always YouTube. And then now there's like 5 or 6 producers that I just keep going back to.
So you don't search anymore, like kind of, you just go to their page directly. Yeah,
more recently, because I still have so many songs that I just need to record, so I'm not even really looking for new beats. But when I do, it has been.
Do you look like for a bunch?
Yeah. I try to look for like discounts and bundles and memberships where you can get a couple per month. So I usually look on YouTube, but then I found like a couple producers who I really like, and then kind of go back to their stores.
Go-to producers.
Yeah.
And what are the most important factors you look when you're shopping for a beat?
There's a couple things.
Like what does your process look? You go to their page, right? And
right. So I go to their BeatStars. I like BeatStars platform. It's really good. It makes a lot of sense. Like the user interface is really good. I usually sort by most played and most sold to see what the most popular ones are.
So like top chart.
Yeah. Then it's really like it depends on the vibe of what I'm looking for. But I usually try and find one. First, it's like the type beat that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Then
so it's always type beat, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I see which one's most popular. I don't necessarily choose the most popular, but I just do it out of curiosity to see what people like from this producer. And then I look for deals if they have like buy two get one free.
So that's important, huh?
Yeah, for sure. So I can get more beats, get more value. And then after that, more recently, I've been looking for beats with hooks, so I can just put out more music faster. And finding vocalists that sound like major artists is a huge thing.
On the chorus part.
Yeah, on the hook. So like I have a couple songs where the singer sounds like Juice WRLD or Travis Scott or Lil Baby.
Depends what you're working on, right?
Yeah, depending on the song.
Cool. Do you look at how many plays and comments does the beat have when you're considering to buy it?
I mean, like sometimes, because by the time I'm looking through the beats, I'm on BeatStars, right? So it doesn't show that. But if I end up going back to YouTube, then it shows it.
Yeah, but do you consider that?
Yeah, I definitely consider it. I do try to avoid the most popular ones, just out of fear that someone else might scoop the exclusive. It doesn't really matter to me if other people have the unlimited or like a lower lease, because it's just competition of like whose song ends up being more popular until someone gets the exclusive. So I try to stay away from the most popular ones, but it is definitely relevant to know for sure.
because you don't really want to hear another song made with the same beat that you used, right?
Yeah, especially if it's by like someone more popular than me.
Mm-hmm. And I know lots of producers don't want to focus on branding. They just want to make sales and just get money, right, for beats.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important for a producer to brand himself?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's I think in any business, branding is important, and especially with something as personal and artistic as music. Building a brand is really important, and I think content just like this, putting out content on YouTube that gives some more insight to the potential clients you want to work with, and just the music community as a whole. Putting out that type of content is really going to help build your brand and make you more accessible to those people.
That makes sense. Yeah. Do you have any favorite producers, like your go-to beat makers you go to?
I love Diamond Style.
They're really good.
Yeah, they're so fucking good, man.
Yeah, they're actually from Russia.
Yeah,
they're a very professional team, and they're really good.
Yeah, they're probably my favorite. And then Black Rose Beats.
Right, he's also from Russia.
Yeah, yeah, and so are you. Yeah. My favorite producers are Russian. Black Rose Beats is a completely different style, like a lot harder and grittier.
More trap, EDM.
Yeah, more trap and EDM, and so
shout out Black Rose.
Yeah, and then I also really like Kevin Hughes, and he has a lot of beats with hooks, and he does a lot of the hooks himself and makes the beats. Like, he's super talented.
So did you find all of them on YouTube?
Yeah, originally all from YouTube.
Because they have really big audience on YouTube. They're very popular.
Yeah.
Why did you choose them? Just because you like the sound? Or?
Yeah, just I like the sound. It's really that simple for me, man. I just fuck with it. I think Diamond Style has a really polished sound. I really like that.
They've been many years in the industry. So.
Yeah, exactly. Kevin Hughes is, again, he has a lot of dope beats with hooks, with all kinds of different vocalists on it. And then Black Rose, just like his are just really unique.
It's really different, yeah.
Yeah, really different. So those are and that's what I want in my music too. Like,
and most important, all of their beats, their quality is really super crisp. Like, it's so clean. Their mixes, and that's very important for music producers to know that your mixes should be very clean. You should work on mixing a lot. What do you think about collaborations in music industry?
It's needed. Yeah, I love it.
All the time? So yay for that? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Collabs are great.
Do you have plans to make any song collaborations?
For sure. Like with like specific people?
Maybe, yeah. You can shout them out.
Yeah, I'd love to collab with any of the artists that I've been working with and talking to in Vancouver. Anyone from Chaos Club I'd love to work with. Anyone from Seeking Blue I'd love to work with. I'd love to work with Felix Cartel. That'd be fucking great.
Oh, is he from Vancouver though?
Yeah, he's from here.
Wow.
Any of the other big EDM artists that are from BC, Whipped Cream, Akali, like any of those big people would be great. Even some up and coming artists I would love to work with.
There's lots of really good ones.
And then some Toronto artists for sure. I really love Jazz Cartier. I'd love to work with him one day.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's a very interesting question for producers and music artists. How do you make connections in the industry?
Oh, that's a great question.
I know you're good at it.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I think what, just like, instead of just answering how I do it, I think to answer like what holds a lot of artists back is that they just get in their little bubble. Whether it's like literally just like staying in all the time or just like mentally in a bubble.
Ego wise, or
sometimes it's ego. Yeah. Sometimes it's like, I don't need to go out to other people's shows. I don't need to, see this artist on tour or go to this festival, or, do this radio show.
Yeah.
But you need to do all those things. The other thing is, if you're a musician and you're independent, you want to build your own team around you. So you want to have a photographer you can reach out to, a videographer you can reach out to, a graphic designer you can reach out to, a fashion designer or a stylist you can reach out to. And just by having those people in your network, all of those people have their own networks. Like creatives in general, they go out a lot. So if you can network with other creatives outside of music alone, as well as business people, marketers, PR people, then you will scale your network by just having a team of core people around you. And a simple way of doing that is going to events, like go to other people's shows.
So that's important, eh?
Yeah, show up for other people's shows. And as long as you like message them directly, I'm sure they'll get you in for free. It's not going to cost you anything.
What about
Ask
bigger
other
artists? Do you think it's important to go to bigger artist shows?
Absolutely.
What if they don't notice you, right? That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's not even about like getting noticed at a bigger person's show. It's, you got to study the game. You need to see why people are paying, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 a ticket to see this person on a fucking Tuesday while you can't move, $20 tickets on a Friday.
Yeah.
You need to see what their stage presence is like, the posts they're making on social leading up to the show, their engagement, what they're doing at the merch booth, how many people from their team are walking around the venue prior to their show to hype people up for their sets, how they interact with fans after their set. You just need to study the game. That's true. If you're only sticking to your own crew all the time and not networking and not learning, then you're stunting your growth.
Yeah, like you have zero chance of meeting anyone. I mean, if you go out somewhere, you have a chance of meeting. You never know, right?
Exactly.
Maybe you get to meet the artist, like you get to meet his, I don't know, photographer at least, or something.
Exactly.
It's a good start.
You never know.
You gotta start somewhere. I see. What do you think about local music scene in Vancouver?
It's great. Yeah, I'm obviously very active in it. I go to a lot of shows just as a event photographer and photojournalist, and PR media person. Like I said, we have a lot of great artists here. Obviously, Baby No Money is the biggest hip hop artist that we have right now. Manila Gray is huge. Who else do I really like? Who's up and coming? Boslin. Crescent is dope.
Shout out to all of them.
Eric Reprit is fucking dope too. Then on the EDM side, there's Kelland and Nasty, Tails. Obviously the bigger ones like Felix Cartel. And Akali. There's just so much music, and what's great is like we do have the two really big companies bringing on shows, Live Nation and Blueprint. But there's also a bunch of other event producers, and there's a bunch of music festivals,
and
there's Shambhala.
Indie festival shows. Independent.
There's a lot of music, and actually Creative BC funds a lot of these shows. So the actual government of BC, is very supportive of the scene. And something that's really overlooked by a lot of people in Vancouver is that Vancouver is often either the kickoff point or the end point for a lot of major tours. So
that's true.
Doing a good show at the start of a tour is really important for PR for the rest of the tour and for the artists' like morale. And so as concert goers in Vancouver, we have a lot of power in that we can help dictate how the rest of an artist's tour goes. At the same time, a lot of tours end here, which means the artist is usually ready to fucking chill out or party, which means the chances of you meeting an artist at the end of their tour in Vancouver is also a lot higher. So it's really an opportune place to be for the music scene.
I can see you're noticing the different things that people might not notice.
Yeah, man. And like a lot of people from Vancouver take Vancouver for granted or don't realize how dope it actually is. And that's fine. So more opportunity for me.
So do you think that Vancouver is getting bigger in regards of music industry? Like LA
for sure.
and Toronto, they're music cities, right? Do you
Yeah.
think that Vancouver could be the next Toronto?
Not the next Toronto.
I mean, different.
But yeah,
as big.
Yeah, it's already a hub, and it's just getting bigger. It's just a population. It's just a numbers game. If we had as many people, we would be just as big. We're closer to LA.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And lots of like TV shows are filmed in Vancouver.
yeah. Netflix dumps a shit ton of money into this province.
Do you look into that too, or do you want to work in the movie industry?
Well, with Thrift Wars, my fashion show, it's a fashion battle show.
So let's talk about that. I know like
Yeah.
hip hop and fashion go side to side, right?
Yeah.
I know you can agree with that.
Yeah.
And you have your own fashion show. Do you want to just like share what the show about? I know you
Yeah,
filmed
yeah,
couple
for
episodes
sure.
already.
Yeah, so we shot the pre-pilot. It's called Thrift Wars. It's the world's first sustainable fashion battle. Two designers go head to head in a freestyle battle. The first round, they have to thrift their items. Those items are then going to be used to style an outfit. And then every episode, there's a specific garment, a hype piece that needs to be customized by the designers. And kind of like Chopped from the Food Network, they need to use a mystery ingredient to incorporate into the design. So for the first episode, the hype piece was a denim jacket. And the mystery item was a pair of Nike Air Force Ones. So the designers had to style an entire outfit around a denim jacket and incorporate the pair of Nike Air Force Ones into it. And it was amazing. The guys just killed it. And so since shooting the pre-pilot, now I'm going through the process of registering a production company, trademarking the name, and raising the money I need to get the proper like full pilot done, and then hopefully pitch it to Netflix.
Oh, I see. So you're
Yeah.
like just preparing for it right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you film it at thrift stores?
Yeah, so the first round, the thrift round, was filmed at F as in Frank, Vintage and Rag Machine, the thrift store. Second round was shot at In-House Creations, which is a fashion and product production and creative studio in North Van. And then the last round was shot at Fabric Time, which is a fabric warehouse.
Oh, you filmed a lot.
Yeah, it was a 14-hour day. Yeah, it was.
No way.
Yeah, it was a 14-hour day, and it was a lot of fun. There's about 16 to 18 of us all together on cast and crew. 4 videographers, 3 judges, 2 designers, 2 models, and then production assistants.
Oh. Do the models get to keep their stuff at the end? Or?
No, all the designs are at in-house, and when we do launch the show, the designs will be owned by the show.
So you have like a library of items, for example.
Yeah, exactly, man. I don't know what we're gonna do with them, to be honest. Like I said, they'll be owned by the show, and I don't know if we'll eventually put them up for auction, but I think just creating a gallery of them, at least for the first season, will be the play.
So why did you decide to start the show? Like, why fashion
so
show?
I've had, it wasn't even like because I was like super like into thrifting and fashion. It was just an idea that I have, and I have a lot of ideas. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas, and I've had it for a while. Since 2017, I've had this idea, but only in the past 6 months did I meet the guys at In-House, meet the owner of F as in Frank, Drew, and have the pieces all come together. And it was really the guys at In-House, who were my partners at Thrift Wars, who pushed me to get this done sooner. And so we put the pre-pilot together, and it will be out by the end of this month. Cool. And then
the first episode,
the pre-pilot,
yeah.
But we've already shot, and so that's.
So you did a lot of research on this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any similar show to this, the one you have in Canada, maybe?
So there's nothing quite like it. There's other shows that have elements of it. Like I said, the format was inspired by Chopped on the Food Network. And then MTV just dropped a show called Sneaker Wars, but it's like one round, and it's one room, and it's just sneakers. And then Netflix has a show called Next in Fashion.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah. But again, that one's high fashion. So there isn't really a sustainable fashion, thrifting specific 3-round battle in existence right now.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. It's pretty cool. Okay, and what is more important for you, music or fashion?
Oh, music for sure. Marketing is like my number one thing, and then my various creative ventures. But the whole goal, all my work this year is building up to me launching my music career next year.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you something different.
Yeah.
What do you mean by calling yourself a growth hacker? What does that
mean? So growth hacker is it's a marketing term that basically just means it's looking at the entire marketing funnel, from like the awareness stage, the retention stage, the engagement stage. But it's instead of just saying like these are the tasks I have, it involves a lot of testing. So creating hypotheses and experiments, testing them, and then based upon the results, including the different strategies that I tested in the overall marketing strategy. So, for example, if Instagram releases a new service or has an algorithm update, I need to look at what are our competitors doing to adapt to that? What opportunities does that create for us? And then put together a strategy to test to see if my predictions about it are right.
So most of it have to do with marketing industry, right?
Yeah, it's marketing. And then there's a bunch of other like things that are more constant, which is paid social, so Facebook ads. I do a lot of that. Automation, social automation, email automation, and acquisitions is another thing I do, which is just buying Instagram, Facebook, Twitter accounts.
You do that?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know there's such thing.
Yeah, it's not a very well known thing, but yeah, it's a thing.
Okay, I know you do lots of public speaking. Can you tell us why did you decide to do public speaking? Like, how did you
yeah, man. So when I first went to university back in Ottawa, I wanted to be a teacher, and even before that, I worked at several summer camps. Like I was always in a leadership role, and education is really important to me, especially self-education, because everything I learned in marketing, I learned on my own or online.
That's the best thing to do. Yeah. Exactly.
And so, but I still want to connect with young, ambitious, hungry people, young people, one-on-one in person. And so
that's one of the reasons you decided to do it, right?
Yeah, that's one of the ways I started doing it. And I really like doing the talks, and I'm going to be doing some workshops as of next month, and more networking events.
Wow, that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. I know you work at Daily Hive, which is a huge media company in Canada, and you're killing it so far. So big ups for that. Can you explain to us, how does your day at the office go at Daily Hive?
Yeah, man. So every day is different, but every week is pretty much the same. So Mondays, I get up early, I go to the gym, I walk my dog, then I take a cold shower, and then usually take a shot of apple cider vinegar. And then I try and get my boring work done first thing in the morning, because then it's just a lot harder to do later in the day. So like the more analytical, the more technical stuff, the Facebook ads, copywriting, data analysis,
at the office,
automation. Right? Yeah, at the office. And then in the afternoon, probably do some scheduling, some content creation potentially. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Tuesdays I work from home, and usually do more creative work or calls. So creative work, again, just the various content creation, photo editing, graphic design, videos. Wednesdays is usually a meeting day. We have our weekly meeting, and then I usually try and do some coffees with people in the office, or catch coffee with other people in my network. Thursday is usually another call day, and then I do sprints, which is just like uninterrupted work sessions. And I usually do those at UBC. And that kind of varies on whatever it is that needs to be done. I just crank it out. And then Fridays are kind of like Mondays, where first thing in the morning, I get up early and I try to do the analytical stuff, and then get to some other creative stuff at the end of the day. And then outside of Daily Hive, every evening's a little different. Mondays, I go see one of my clients in-house that I mentioned earlier.
That's part of the job?
No, that's just like part of my consulting.
Wow.
And then Wednesdays, another one of my clients, they have meetings, so I go like once a month. And then usually Thursdays, I try and do a dinner with a client or with a colleague or with friends. And then Fridays and Saturday nights, I usually do I shoot a show. Usually, there's a concert or a conference or something.
For your own, right? Or no?
Yeah, for myself. Daily Hive still sends me to do a couple, but I shoot them for myself, and then for the Cannabis Life Network, I'm their music editor. And then Sundays, I have meetings with my team 3 to 5.
So you work on the weekends?
Yeah, I work pretty much every day.
That's crazy. Okay, and do you plan to keep working for them in like 5 years? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, no, I intend on working with Daily Hive for the foreseeable future.
Oh, yeah?
I love the company. I love what they're doing.
So you have enough time to work on your own projects?
Yeah, and they give us a lot of flexibility so that I can do my own thing when I'm not in the office. And I just see there's a lot of room for growth internally and just as a company. And they've done so much for me, so I just want to keep giving back.
I see. What about more general? What about you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, for example?
Hopefully as an influencer, and I know it's kind of like an umbrella term, but just having generic. Just like having a large following across all platforms. So that.
But doing what? Like what kind of
doing content and music, video content, having a pop-in YouTube channel, getting brand sponsorships on the influencer side, driving traffic to my website that will be launching later this week or later this month. And then traveling. I really want to start doing a regular trip to Toronto every year, and then an international trip every year. And then just attending as many conferences and music festivals as humanly possible.
Do you see yourself as a big music artist in 5 years?
I would
semi-big.
I would definitely say so. I mean, if everything goes well next year, then I should be set up to at least tour. Within 5 years, I would love to have toured Canada already.
That's cool.
Yeah.
With who, for example? Like, who do you want to tour with?
Me?
Just
like headlining tour. Yeah.
But would you take any?
Oh yeah, I would totally open for someone. I don't know yet. It kind of that's the tricky thing with my brand, because on the DJ side, I can spin like pretty much anything.
You DJ?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. On the DJ side, I can spin pretty much anything, but on the vocalist side, it really depends on, out of the different vibes and the different songs I put out, which one ends up taking off, So it's like, if it's the hip hop song that takes off, then I'll probably make more hip hop music.
So you just focus on hip hop, for example, right?
Yeah, like I would just not that I wouldn't put out the other music, but whichever vibe takes off, I would help foster that.
And I mean, you can always sell your different genre songs Have you considered that, selling your songs?
For sure. Yeah, I've definitely considered selling my songs. I used to ghostwrite like back in the day. Not for anyone huge, but just some Ottawa artists.
So you've done songwriting for people?
Yeah.
Like the whole complete song?
Yeah.
Lyrics, melody?
Not the melody, just the lyrics. Yeah.
I mean, the way you sing, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, and is there anything else you might want to share, like upcoming events, shows?
There's always something, but we talked about a lot, man. There's nothing really. There's nothing really I can think of now.
What's next for Jarett?
What's next for me? Thrift Wars is a big focus right now, and then putting the pieces together to get the videos made for the songs. So travel will be the first one. Obviously, working with Coram de Guzman, who's a really talented videographer for that one, and I'm putting a whole campaign around that.
He does music videos, huh?
You know what? I don't think he has, but he does all sorts of other videos.
He's really creative.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Is it okay to put your social media links in the description?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All the links to Jarett will be in description. Make sure you go follow him, go support his music, go support his show, his podcast, everything, right? Yeah. He's a really good guy. And I think we're done. Thank you, Jarett, for coming. I'm really happy we finally get to do it.
For sure, man.
I think lots of people will find this interview very useful.
Cool, man.
Cool, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.